Good morning, everyone, and happy show day eve. I am one day out from my bikini competition in Beaufort, Georgia, and I'm so freaking excited. Yeah, today is my third carb up. I've had a carb up for the past 2 days. Yesterday with 270 grams of carbs, and today is 235. I am pretty excited. I've been filling out pretty nicely, so I'm happy with the way that I'm looking. I'll put in some check-in pictures, either comparison like from beginning of prep to now, or just my check-in pictures from this morning with my coach. I did have a posing session with my coach this morning. I do have a lot to do today. I have to get my nails done. I have to get my drug test done. I have to get a COVID test done for my trip that I'm leaving on Monday for. And I have to get my tan done tonight. So we got a lot to do today. Pack up and then head over to Beaufort because I am staying in that area. Other than that, I'm gonna go make breakfast. Probably just cream of rice with some banana. Again, carbs are just a lot higher, so I'm taking advantage of it. I will see you guys at breakfast. So we got about 100 grams of egg whites with 15 grams of spinach, 30 grams of cream of rice with 90 grams of a banana. Half of it was mashed in there like you saw. Cashew butter, honey, topped it with the rest of the banana, and just a black coffee. So that'll be my first meal. All right, so I am just here eating my breakfast, and I kind of just wanted to, I guess, tell you guys what I'm up to kind of right now, or just keeping you guys updated. So I did hit a new low weigh-in, 112 pounds. I've been carbing up for the past 3 days and my weight has dropped, which is awesome. I will be doing a Q&A today. I have a lot to do today, so I am excited. All it's gonna be is just kind of my food, my Q&A with Devin. Devin's gonna come here and pick me up in a little bit, and we're gonna start doing the little questions that you guys asked on Instagram. Tomorrow is show day, so today is just kind of getting all like last minute things together as far as like, you know, all my foods prep for tomorrow, the things that I need to bring to my show. Yeah, I just wanted to catch you guys up on that. This is going to be my pre-workout meal. We're gonna go get our COVID test on the way to the gym, but we're gonna do our Q&A like in the car and stuff like that while we're together. That's all I really have for right now. So I'll see you guys when I'm with Devin. Devin's here. We are getting our COVID test right now, so you'll probably see that in a minute, but I thought we would answer a question before. Okay, so the first question that we got asked was, how do you guys deal with each other's constantly changing bodies in fitness? So I think that goes more for me because I ate in a surplus for a while, then cut, ate in a surplus, then cut, and stuff like that. For me, I don't see him any different from like even when he's just a little bit heavier to a little bit like lighter. I don't know what you have to say about that.
I don't really notice. Even whenever she's eating in a surplus or eating in a deficit, I rarely notice a change in how she looks just because I see her every day. And so I guess there really isn't anything to adapt to or to look forward to or anything like that. It's just Manuela, and to me it's consistent throughout. So
yeah, I mean it's like what he said, like we see each other like almost at least every other day or something like that, so that we don't really see the changes, I guess you could say. But obviously like we will like compare pictures, and I'm like, yeah, this is how it looked like 3 months ago and like to now, and then he's like, oh wow, like that's crazy kind of thing.
Yeah, because I never notice.
Exactly. So there's not like, it doesn't really impact us. Obviously the diet part does, just because we don't go on dates right now and stuff like that, like eating out, because I can't. But that's like really the only thing that's like really impacted us, like with like I guess changing bodies. The next question is, definitely want to know what it's been like relationship wise during prep. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, This is Devon's first time experiencing dating someone that's on prep. We met 3 months after my last competition, so he had not been through a prep with me at all. We've been through a cut, but that was very minimal, like, and it was still very loose. I could still eat out and like eyeball track stuff, like whatever. But this is the first time that he's actually seen me on prep, and I don't think it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be.
No, it wasn't bad.
But I think it got harder towards the last month because I was a lot more emotional. I was a lot more hangry. Yeah, I was very snappy, and like he does a lot of dry humor, which I'm normally like can like I can not deal with it, but like
you can ignore it.
I can ignore it and just kind of like whatever, but it's like I can tell that this time I just like have not been reacting, and like I just like I don't know, like my emotions are just kind of like ugh. And so I can kind of tell that's maybe pissed him off a little bit.
Yeah, I felt like there towards the end, it was like, how do I put this in words? Every time I would make a joke, I felt like I had to follow it with, Manny, it's a joke. Or otherwise she would get upset. Or, well, she still would get upset, but it was almost like my words held too much power.
1 second, we're getting a COVID test. All right, so we just got our COVID test. I am eating my pre-workout snack, which is just 2 apple cinnamon rice cakes, and we're just gonna answer another question. How has prep impacted your sex drive and sex life? Okay, so for this question specifically, so it really hasn't, because we are abstaining from sex until marriage, so that literally has nothing to do with prep at all. So yeah, I don't know if you want to add on to anything.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. It hasn't had an impact whatsoever.
Nope. Waiting for. So I guess we'll do one more. How do you feel hormonally and mentally? I'm assuming that's just for me. Hormonally, honestly, I feel fine. I was very surprised that I got my period about a week and a half ago. I was scared because I was 3 days late, and I just assumed that maybe I just wasn't gonna get it at all anymore, or I was gonna get it on my show day. But hormonally, it's been really good. My coach has made sure to give me refeeds close to my period dates, and that has helped because I've had my period the entire time during prep. Mentally, obviously, physically and mentally, it's a little bit harder just because you guys already know about my extra skin situation and stuff like that, so it's a little bit harder for me to look at myself in that way and to know that like I'm working my butt off and I still have a lot of just loose skin. So mentally, it has messed with me mentally a lot in seeing how I look, but other than that, I mean, I feel really good. I don't feel like I have a bad relationship with food right now. My coach lowered my calories very slowly instead of just doing a very drastic cut. So I wasn't really actually like hungry, like felt hungry after eating foods until maybe like a month or like maybe 5 weeks out. So I have definitely been really good mentally and hormonally. But we are about to go to the gym, so I'm gonna finish eating these. I'm probably not going to take you guys with me just because I do want to keep this video a little bit short, since it's mostly just a Q&A and what I eat in a day, and then tomorrow is going to be the full-on show day, and I don't want to stress about like editing a longer video before show. So I will see you guys when we leave the gym. Bye. And we are back from the gym with our post-workout meal. So I'm just gonna have about 115 grams of asparagus. This is only about 74 grams of cod. My protein did get lowered since my carbs went up. 175 grams of sweet potato with 16 grams of a raw almond butter. So I'm gonna eat this up, and then Devin and I are gonna answer a little bit more of your questions before I go to the nail salon. So I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, so I am about to go get my nails done and my drug test and my tan. So I'm gonna have a little snack before. So I have just 3 apple cinnamon rice cakes with honey, so about 8 grams of honey, then 2 tablespoons cashew butter with 40 grams of a banana. So again, I am at a very high carb up, just filling out before show. So yep, I'm gonna eat this. I'll probably see you guys when I go tan. So Devin and I will answer a little bit more questions on the way there. See ya. All right, so I got my nails done. Can you see that? It's not. It's on my face. Oh God, we're driving. Okay. Well, I'm not driving, so he is. So I'm going to go ahead and answer a few more questions. This one is, I guess just for me, is your energy always low when you prep? No. So My energy definitely came and went, like here and there, like just on and off, but definitely the past month is when my energy was a lot low. He can also attest to that. I was just absolutely dead and drained after like 4 o'clock. Like I didn't feel like I could do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to drive anywhere. I would just want to be at home, lay in my bed, and just like chill for the rest of the day because I was so exhausted.
That's very true. You acted quite pitiful.
Pitiful, apparently. Why are you guys so cute? Thank you, we love you. And Kat also said, nothing, just love y'all. Love you too.
We love you too.
Do you do your own meals or macro plan, or does your coach also have you on a meal plan? I make my own meals. Yes, I count my macros, but my macros are given to me by my coach. She has been doing my nutrition for the past 3 years now. Yeah, she's been my coach for 3 years. She pretty much just gives me macros and I just follow it to a T. Devin counts macros here and there.
Kinda. Not a big fan. Kinda like eating whatever I want.
Yeah, he'll have days where he tracks, and then other days if he ate out or something like that, he really won't track the rest of the day because he's just like, it's not accurate and just whatever kind of thing. What made you decide to compete? So I competed my first time around when I was very overweight. So I went from just being overweight to very, very skinny. In 6 months, I lost about 64 or 65 pounds somewhere. It's like a little bit above 60 pounds. And so I lost a lot of weight, but I didn't have a lot of muscle. So it's like I just went on stage being skin and bones. My second prep, I didn't take a long enough off season. And I only took like maybe 5 months off, and I just don't feel like I built enough muscle. And my coach was honestly kind of crappy. It was just a really bad prep, let's just put it that way. It was not safe even from the beginning. 6 months out, like it was just not so good. My hormones went out of whack. I lost my period for 2 years. So I was just like, yeah, no. So that one was very, very bad. And then I wanted to compete last year. So originally I was thinking about doing a October or like August show last year, but then COVID hit and I couldn't go to a gym and I didn't want to really just try to prep at home. So we decided just to do another off season, get my calories up, and decided to step on stage this year. I just felt ready. I felt mentally ready with food. My relationship with food is so much better. Even throughout this entire prep, like I feel so good and I feel fueled, to be honest. Like I don't feel like I struggled as much as I did in my other preps, and I think that's just because my relationship with food has gotten so much better. I think those are all the questions that we're gonna do right now. We are about to get to the hotel where they're gonna do my tan. So I'll probably see you guys after with like 10 shades of tan on me. Bye. And we are dark. Oh my gosh. Devin said I look like a mushroom.
Like a field mushroom.
Okay, so we just finished my tan. I guess we'll answer one question and then I'm gonna go home and have dinner. We're probably gonna end this. I'm gonna do 3 more. Is that fine?
I have one on my phone.
I'm so dark. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna answer a few more questions now. I think you got one that you wanted to answer.
Katie asked me, are there any new sides of her that you have never seen come out? If so, what? So, I'd say that I've seen Manuela upset before. I've seen her quite upset. Some might even consider her angry. But I had never seen her so irritable. Since it was like everything that I said whenever she was hungry or whenever she was really tired, it was like an offense against the world. And so sometimes I had to be like, you know, I'm just joking or something along those lines. And so that was a bit different. I had never seen her get so agitated so easily before. So that's the only major difference that I noticed.
But that was towards the end.
Yeah, it was towards the end.
That was definitely not like the entire prep, because I know what he's talking about because I've caught myself a few times and like, I don't know, I was just like pissed off and I was like, why are you saying this? Like, shut up. Like, I was just very annoyed. But that was definitely like towards like the last like 3 weeks, like month-ish. Favorite shoe brand?
I don't have a favorite shoe brand. I buy whatever I can get on sale?
I think it depends like what the shoe's for. Like if it's just workout shoe kind of thing, like I prefer training in Vans over Converse kind of thing. And I prefer wearing Vans more in general than Converse, something like that. But let's say running wise, I enjoy Asics.
Most of the time my shoes are gifts from somebody to me. I like white shoes, so I have like Air Force Ones and Jordan Laser Ones and all that good stuff.
How are your teeth so white? I don't know. They've always been like this. Is said, how are you doing in life? Well, I'm currently in prep, so life is prep, literally, until tomorrow. But other than that, I mean, school. I have one more semester and then I'm done, so I'm just studying a lot as well, working too. That's about it. And then she also asked plans after prep. We leave to Columbia Monday, you guys know that, so we leave for a week. But as far as like another goal after prep, I've actually thought about doing a half marathon again. I haven't done one in about 6 years. I just kind of stopped running after high school, but I want to do one in October, which is in Chattanooga. So that I think is going to be like my next like goal. Like I want to be able to challenge myself, but like something that doesn't have to do like with the way that you look. Like you can advance just by training harder in a specific way. What does peak week mean? Peak week is just kind of the last week before your show, and literally it just means like you're drying out, you're carbing up, you're filling out your muscles, and just kind of getting ready for show. So peak week is usually the hardest because sodium gets cut out, you're water loading, carbs might get increased like the last 2 to 3 days. You also are on minimal water the last 3 days. So I'm just sipping on like barely any water today. So that's it. I think that's all I want to do right now. The other ones were very similar to each other. This is kind of like the last I'll answer. How did you get started on your weight loss journey? I started in 2017. I started running again just because I just wanted to tone up at the time. I thought all I had to do was cardio. So that's what I started doing. And then one of my friends actually competed, which my friend is actually my coach now, Megan. And I saw her compete and I was just like, whoa, like what is that? Like I've never even seen like a bikini competitor before. And I asked her about it. She introduced me to her coach at the time, which was Jen, which was my first coach, which she prepped me for my first show. So I literally hired a coach and she took care of all my macros. She taught me all about macros. She did all my training. So yeah, she pretty much just took care of everything and I just followed it and I lost the weight. That's all the questions that I think that we had. Again, all the other ones were just pretty similar to each other. I'm gonna go home. I have to eat my last meal. Then I gotta get all my stuff packed and ready for tomorrow because I gotta get up at like 4:30 in the morning to do my hair and makeup. Then I gotta go to check-ins. So I will see you guys a little later. Alright guys, we are back home and gonna have my last meal, which is just about 280 grams of russet potatoes with 80 grams of salmon. So this is all that I'm gonna eat tonight. It's gonna be my last meal. And I also used 9 grams of olive oil just because I needed more fats and just no fiber and no protein and carbs. So this is going to be my last meal. Last thing I'm probably gonna show you guys after this is just what I'm bringing in my suitcase to show, and then I'm gonna end it there. So I will catch you guys then. Hello. Okay, so we're at the house that I'm staying at in Buford. So it's in Lawrenceville, so it's 15 minutes away from where my show is going to be, which is very nice because my house is about an hour 15 away. So it just makes it easier. I can get up a little bit later and not have to rush out of the house at like 5 in the morning. But I did just want to show you guys what I'm bringing in my actual suitcase to my show. So I'm going to show you guys that in 1 second. This is what I have in my bag. There's another section in here, but I'll go through this first. So pump up candy. These are the ones that I'm going to have just because these don't have any gelatin in it, so it doesn't have any kind of animal sources. So Sour Patch Kids, I'm gonna have those. My heels, obviously, these are my main heels for posing. Rice cakes, jam, cashew butter, and almond butter. These two just don't have any salt or anything like that added to them, so it's just the nut itself. And Dixie cups, these are a important thing. I poked holes in them here so it won't mess up the tan. This is, I know it's in Spanish, but this is just baby powder, so this kind of helps. You can't put on deodorant with tanning, so this just helps with that. Just kind of making sure you're not like perspirating bad odor, I guess you could say. And so your armpits won't stink that bad, pretty much. This is my oatmeal for the morning. This is what I'm gonna have at 4 in the morning. Pump up bands, and then just in case in between shows I'm not having any kind of bowel movements, smooth move. And then on this section, this is just what I'm wearing, what's it called, after I get off a show. So these are just like 2 outfits that I wanted to choose from. We have my main bikini with my pins and an extra little like set just in case anything breaks. My second bikini right here. This is for after show whenever I'm done, deodorant and a spray. We have potassium pills just in case for cramping, and then an extra set of heels. These are my heels from like forever ago, so another set of heels just in case that happens. And I think that's it. Yeah, I just have my backup bikini, that bikini, and that's what's all in here. So I am about to get ready for bed. I have to wear a long sleeve t-shirt and some long back pants to make sure I don't stain anything. I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be show day. See ya.